I don't talk about Easter much. It's not that I hate the holiday or springtime or even the pastel eggs and smiling bunnies. It's just that every time someone brings it up, I see him again, the bunny. And I remember that night. I was 9 when it happened. That year, Easter fell early in April, just as the last patches of dirty snow were melting off the lawn. My family had driven up to my grandparents' cabin in Vermont to celebrate the holiday weekend. Everyone was there: Mom, Dad, my little brother Jeremy, my aunt and uncle, my cousins, and even Grandpa Joe, who rarely left his chair unless it was to yell at the TV. Mom wanted to make the holiday magical, so she did what Pinterest moms do best: overcomplicate everything. She made handmade baskets, painted eggs with gold leaf, and even hired an Easter bunny mascot to come by on Sunday morning to deliver presents to us kids. I remember she kept it a surprise, whispering on the phone late at night, shutting her laptop when I came near. "You're going to love it," she told me. "It'll be just like a fairy tale." The day before Easter, we dyed eggs and had a little egg hunt in the woods behind the cabin. Jeremy found the golden egg, and I sulked until my aunt gave me an extra chocolate bunny. That night, the adults stayed up drinking wine and laughing loudly, while the kids were sent to bed early, told to get some rest before the bunny came. But I didn't sleep well. The bunk beds creaked with every movement, and Jeremy snored like a dying lawnmower below me. I kept thinking about the bunny. I pictured him big and fluffy, with cartoon eyes and a velvet bow tie, holding a basket of treats. But then I'd blink and the image would change. His eyes black and glassy, smile too wide, fur matted with something dark. It must have been around 2 or 3 in the morning when I heard the noise. At first I thought it was snow falling from the roof, or maybe deer in the woods. But it was too rhythmic, too close. I sat up in bed, heart ticking like a metronome. Jeremy kept snoring. I crept over to the window and pulled the curtain aside just a crack. And there he was. Standing in the middle of the lawn under the half-dead pine tree was the Easter bunny. The mascot costume was even bigger than I imagined. Nearly 7 feet tall, white fur glowing gray in the moonlight. One ear flopped sideways, the other stood straight up like an antenna. His costume looked old and dirty, like it had been worn too many times without washing. And in his gloved paw he held a bright orange carrot. He was eating it. His giant head turned slowly toward me, and I swear to God he looked right at me. The mask didn't move. There was no real face behind it. Just those lifeless mesh eyes. But I felt it, like he could see me, like he knew I was there. I ducked down below the window, my breath caught in my throat. I wanted to scream for Mom, but something told me not to. Something ancient and cold and bone deep. When I peeked again a few seconds later, he was gone. The next morning, everyone was cheerful. The baskets were filled, the eggs were hidden again, and the bunny had come and gone like Santa Claus. Mom even showed me a photo she'd taken of him standing on the porch, holding Jeremy's basket and waving. "See? Isn't he adorable?" she said. I nodded, but something felt wrong. In the photo, his costume looked the same. Dirty, too tall, with one ear flopped. But his glove, it had something reddish-brown near the fingers. I told Mom about seeing him at night. She laughed. "He probably came early and waited for sunrise. You were just excited, sweetheart." But I knew that thing wasn't right. For years I convinced myself it was a dream. A creepy, vivid hallucination, born from too much sugar and childhood imagination. But last Easter, something happened that made me remember everything. I was visiting my parents with my fiancé, Luke. We stayed in my old room. On Easter morning, Mom had set out baskets for us, just for fun. "Guess who stopped by?" she joked, holding up a familiar photo. It was another photo of the bunny, not from when I was a kid, but new, taken in the backyard. Same costume, same flopped ear, same dead eyes. I felt cold all over. You hired a bunny again? I asked. She blinked. No, of course not. Luke laughed, thinking it was just some prank, but I couldn't move. I just stared at a photo, my pulse hammering, because in the corner of the picture, near the edge of the woods, there was something else, a shape, small, childlike, staring out from behind the tree, and it looked just. The house was silent. Luke was asleep beside me. Then I heard it. This time I didn't go to the window. I didn't want to see, but I could feel him, waiting, still chewing,